It was in June 1959. The most brutal shark attack took place in California, which shocked everyone. The tale of Robert Pamperin cannot be heard without you taking long gasps and screams. Brace yourself and listen to this mysterious shark attack. What happened to Robert Pamperin? How did he fall into this massive predator's mouth? What you see right here is the depth of the terrifying sea. We are going to dive in there to know about what happened to Robert. It was in June 1959. The most brutal shark attack took place in California, which shocked everyone. The tale of Robert Pamperin cannot be heard without you taking long gasps and screams. Brace yourself and listen to this mysterious shark attack. What happened to Robert Pamperin? How did he fall into this massive predator's mouth? What you see right here is the depth of the terrifying sea. We are going to dive in there to know about what happened to Robert. Robert Pamperin and Gerald Lehrer decided to go swimming at La Jolla Cove along with their girlfriends. They wanted to have a good time together and make memories. They decided to explore this place and they did basic research about where they were going. As soon as they reached the place, they couldn't resist the water. At first, they all went for a short swim and had fun. They just started enjoying their dream vacation. The girlfriends came to the shore and sunbathed, while the boys went into the depths of the sea to find abalone. It's rare to find and available only in the depths of the sea. It's very expensive to buy in the market, and only a few swimmers could get their hands on it. It can be eaten raw or cooked. As the boys were great swimmers, they thought, why don't they give it a try? It's not easy to go into the depths of water, but they were pretty confident that they could do it. Robert was 33 years old, and Lehrer was 30 years old. They had years of experience in swimming, and they used to take short vacations with their girlfriends to go swimming. It's something they enjoy the most. But this time, when they went swimming, they forgot to take a few things, and that affected their life. Everything changed in that one swim. Have you ever gone swimming with your friends? They didn't have wetsuits, so they used whatever they had with them. They put on masks, snorkel, and fins. They didn't think a second about their safety. They thought it would be adventurous, but the timing was not right. The boys were all ready to go, and they dived into the depths without looking back. They were excellent swimmers as they covered 40 feet in a short time. They wanted to find this edible mollusk, and they decided to take two ways. The pair went in different directions, and they were pretty confident that they would find their way back to each other. They knew each other for a long time, and they know how to give signals to each other. They had no clue about how deep the sea was and how long they should swim to find the abalone. Dive into the world of sharks by biting that subscribe button. Robert swam faster than Lehrer, and he vanished into the water. He swam very fast so that he could get hold of the abalone and swim to the surface. Lehrer thought that Robert could manage on his own. He had full trust in him. Robert also knew that he would be able to make it to the surface in a couple of minutes. They both were pretty confident in their skills. Lehrer swam for quite a long time and was about to reach the seafloor. He knew that he could find an abalone anywhere nearby. He was positive about it. Suddenly, he noticed something covering the sunlight. He was curious to see what it was. When he looked up, he was scared to death. A massive fish was moving his tail from one side to another, looking for his prey. Fortunately, the shark did not see Lehrer. He slowly moved toward the surface without disturbing the shark. As he was about to reach the surface, he thought about alerting Robert. He couldn't go back because he needed the air badly. As he took a deep breath, he heard the voice of Robert. He thought that Robert might be near the surface, and he got leg cramps. When looked sideways, he saw Robert gasping for air and then suddenly pulled downwards. Lehrer looked beneath and saw his friend being pulled down by the massive shark he saw earlier. The shark had hold of Robert's legs and was pulling him toward the depths of the sea. Lehrer felt helpless when he saw his friend struggling for his life. The shark bit into his legs and cut through his flesh. Half of his body is in the mouth of a shark as the water turns blood red. Pieces of his flesh can be seen mixed with the deep red water. The scene would shake your soul. Lehrer, being the best friend he could, decided to dive into the sea and try to help his friend. Several questions popped into his mind. He could be killed by the shark. He doesn't even have protective gear. How will he save his beloved Robert? The top predator in the sea is the white shark, which would take your life within seconds. They have existed in the sea for a very long time. They are the most powerful, and they terrorize the swimmers. There are around 500 species of sharks alone. The sea has a life of its own. There is a small world with wide varieties of species inside the sea. The great white shark is the biggest and the most scary one. You would feel like the end of the world when you are near it. They keep on swimming to be able to breathe and look for their next prey. Once they find their prey, they lick their target and go after it. Before you could even think for a second, you will be torn apart. This is what happens to Robert. It was like his entire body froze after seeing the humongous fish. Before he could say or do anything, his legs were in the mouth of the shark. For swimmers, their legs are very important. They need their body to swim properly. Robert was the unfortunate one among the two men to be caught by the shark. Lehrer couldn't do anything as shark started eating the torso of Robert. Piercing through his flesh, the shark began consuming him. He tried to distract the great white shark by waving his arms and moving sideways, but all his efforts were futile. He realized that they both needed help. He swam back to the surface and cried for help. An onlooker named William Abbots spotted Lehrer and came towards him for help. He realized that there was something wrong when he saw the panicked Lehrer. After several minutes, a scuba diver arrived and went into the depths of the sea. At this point, there was little to no hope. It was the Scripps Institute of Oceanography that arranged the scuba diver. The search began, and the scuba diver searched everywhere he could. Unfortunately, he couldn't find a bone of Robert. Why did they face the attack? What went wrong? Well, fate cannot be changed. It's not in your hands what will happen to you. Many believe that there are a few reasons for it. Spear fishermen went to the sea and caught a lot of fish. There was also something peculiar about this place. It's known for great whites. The day before this unfortunate incident took place, a dead whale was found on the shore. This created an environment for sharks to crave their prey. What happened to Robert was unexpected and tragic. No one should go through that. The sea is the kingdom of sharks. We can only take safety measures and not do anything apart from that. The loss of Robert affected the lives of many people he loved. They all still wail about this unfortunate incident. He couldn't escape from the mouth of the shark. It got hold of his legs and slowly started eating him. Even though he tried hard and was able to even catch the attention of his friend, there was nothing he could do more. Once the shark gets a taste of your flesh, it's not going to leave you. It will do everything in its means to kill the prey inch by inch. Many know that sharks are tremendous and dangerous. They are the most feared in the sea. As you swim to the depths, you will explore and unlock a new world. Robert didn't give up when the shark took him. He fought hard and tried to find a way to get to the surface, but nothing was in his favor, and he had to accept the death. In many cases, the victims die instantly, and they would be frightened to even try to escape. When compared, Robert was a brave man and a great swimmer who had to face a tragic and brutal death. Lehrer is still not able to recover from the trauma of witnessing his beloved friend dying in front of him. He witnessed every part of Robert's death. He stood there in absolute helplessness, without even being able to scream. He did all he could do to arrange for the search. What would you do if you were in Lehrer's place? Did Robert die because of Lehrer? Let us know in the comments.